What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do the Heart's Desire reading for the sign of Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, this is your third reading this week, as you are also third on the zodiac lineup. All right, remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so hopefully you guys have seen the Heart's Desire before. If not, we are using 4 decks. This is primarily to pretty much see what's in your heart's desire right now. Okay, whatever is surrounding you that you're really focusing on right now in your heart space. Okay, we're going to pull 3 cards, past, present, and future energy, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck for your overall outcome. Okay, and then we will clarify with the Muse Tarot. Okay, so one from the top for your present energy, one from the bottom for your past energy, and then one energetically from the middle for your future energy. Okay, and then momentarily we'll look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you, Capricorns. So we have the 5 of Wands in your present energy. We have the 6 of Cups in your past energy. And then we have the Knight of Swords in your future energy. Okay, so a little bit of mixed signals, okay, is what I'm hearing kind of going into your energy. Okay, Capricorns, I don't mean to drag y'all. I'm trying my best not to, okay? But you guys do have it hard sometimes whenever I do readings for y'all. Last month, it was kind of hard last month. This month, not so much. It's just all about energies, okay? So it could be an energetic blend in the collective of Capricorn right now, okay? Because we have the 5 of Wands here, okay? Capricorn, you are probably going through some internal conflicts right now with yourself, okay? Possibly as it relates to love, okay? As we've kind of touched on that this week so far since your general read, okay? So some type of internal conflicts, okay? In your past energy, we do have the 6 of Cups here, okay? Which came out in Virgo's reading, but it came out for their overall outcome, okay? Towards the end, at the bottom of the deck, okay? But it's in your past energy, okay? And so I don't know whether or not if your past person might have been a Virgo, but there is, or someone, whoever, doesn't have to be, you could have Virgo in your chart, but there is some form of conversation, as there's 6 cups here, 2 dead in the center, okay? 6 of Cups is usually talking about sharing, okay, of emotions. Cups are emotional energy, which is actually the energy of water energy. Can't particularly put my finger on which sign, but water energy is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay? And so it doesn't have to be one of those signs, just thought I'd state that for you guys, okay? And so with this in your past, I think you want to share with someone. You want to have an equal give and take in emotions with someone, okay? Or there's someone from your past that you're kind of focused on right now, Capricorn, and or in the past you were. One or the other, get in where you fit in, okay? But with this present energy, you're kind of conflicted. So, and dealing with some internal struggles, okay? I will say this before I move on, and I feel like I have to, is that you have to heal yourself presently before you can think about sharing with anyone at any given point in time, especially after a relationship. It is really key, okay? If you want a healthy or your next relationship to be healthy, you have to be healthy mind, body, and spirit, okay? So, focus on that first before you continue to, think about the past, as far as sharing with someone, okay? There could be someone in your past, that you were very close to, maybe that you bypassed in a sense, okay, but you had some kind of connection with this person, maybe a good friendship with them, where they were always very considerate, very compassionate of you, okay? With this being here in the past energy, okay? So we'll dig in, we'll see what happens with the clarifiers, but let's move on, okay? We have the Knight of Swords in the future energy, okay, in the future placement, okay? So, Knight of Swords being here is someone of valor that's going to bring some truth, okay? And it could be something that you need to hear, okay? What that could be, we will only be able to understand once we do the clarifiers, okay? But nonetheless, with this Knight of Swords, they have a very forthright energy with them, okay? Where they may say some words that, like I said, you either need to hear and you may or may not like them, but they're being honest when they talk to you, okay? So, with that being said, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, okay, for the overall outcome. Two of Swords, okay? Two of Swords, which was underneath the Six of Cups in Virgo's reading, okay? Two of Swords is usually talking about indecisiveness, okay? Being unable to decide on something, okay? It's not so much, sometimes it's reminiscent of the Two of Pentacles, but with Two of Pentacles, it's about outweighing the pros and cons of a situation, okay? But with Two of Swords, it's talking about kind of blocking something out, being kind of indecisive about it, okay? Normal Two of Swords is someone blindfolded with the X, the swords and an X, basically not willing to see certain things, okay? And so the overall outcome is possibly in reference to this Knight of Swords energy. If you are, and I want to say this the best way that I know how to, if you are presently internally struggling about, relationships as a whole, or what you want, okay, and why you wasted your time with so many other people when you had a shot in the past and you didn't take it, you have to kind of understand that time does not stop, okay? So if you thought that this person was supposed to just sit and wait for you, Capricorn, that I'm sorry, that does not always happen, okay? People have lives, people have things that they have to do. The world does not stop, okay? And so you have to understand, if this person decides that they do not want to pass the friendship line, then you have to understand that, okay? The past was the past. This is now, okay? And so they may do that to you, okay? Secondly, you also have to understand, like I said before, if you're only internally struggling based off of your experiences in a relationship or previous relationships, and you think the best way to get over it is to talk to someone else that is, unlike the ones that you've talked to in the past, do not go straight into it wanting a relationship. You need to build a solid foundation of friendship, okay, before you do that. But if anything, and I'm talking about friendship as in a sense of not talking about dating, not trying to take up all their time going places and doing things with them, okay? Friends see each other on, a very flowing basis where it's like, oh yeah, I might be free this weekend, and then you may not see him again until like next month, middle of next month or something, or maybe you talk and text occasionally, things like that, okay? But if you're constantly like, oh, I heard about this great spot, you want to try that? Or hey, I was thinking about let's go in, like going to a movie or something like that, and it's like, wait, I have other things to do, okay? They have a schedule too, okay? They have work, they have family, they have friends outside of you. Cannot take up all of their time, okay? And so in doing that and kind of smothering them because you're internally trying to heal from traumatic or karmic or toxic situations, you cannot put that on this person, okay? If that is what your intentions are, they will sense it, and that sword will cut very deep, okay? So, and leading to a Two of Swords type energy, okay? So it is best, like I said, heal yourself first with this Five of Wands energy to start, okay? Before you go thinking about interacting with someone else on a romantic level, okay? And work your way to that romantic level. Don't just try to start it within 24 hours of talking to somebody, okay? So, that being said, we're going to do the same thing with the Muse Tarot, one from the top, one from the bottom, and one energetically from the middle. And then we'll turn the bottom of the deck over to clarify the Two of Swords energy. And then we'll go into the Heart Oracle and the Power of Surrender for some final messages. Okay? So, we have the Muse of Materials, same as Aries, same spot. Then we have the Three of Voices. And then we have the Two of Emotions. Okay? Very shocking. You ended up with the same cards as Aries. Aries got these two cards as well in the same places. Okay? So, we have the Five of Wands being clarified by the Muse of Materials. Okay? Same for you. Like I said before, this is your present energy. Okay? You are spending time going over your life internal struggles again of what it is that you want out of life. Okay? Materials is pentacles. We're talking about things of worth. Okay? What is your self-worth? Okay, as this is a single person walking on a bridge going towards this paradise, if you will. Okay, do you have a paradise? Okay, what does your paradise look like? Okay, as far as just you, not relationship, take that out, Capricorn, and focus on you. Okay, how can you become worthy for yourself and worthy for someone else to appreciate you and respect you? Okay? How can you do that? Are you able to do that? Do you want to do that? Okay? It's time for you to take a really hard look at your life. That is why this internal struggle is here. This Five of Wands energy. Okay? You're having a real hard time. Okay? Dealing with where you've come from as far as your life is concerned, okay? And like I said, look at all the facets of your life, from career to friendships, to relationships, self-improvement, all of that. Okay, really sit down and look at your life and be honest with yourself. Okay, and if you're really happy with yourself and where you are right now in your life, if you're not, then you need to be honest with yourself and you need to start working towards fixing it. Okay, and that's, again, like I've said in a previous reading, as far as I believe I said it in Aries, yes, the saying goes, people can change, okay? And yes, they can, but only if they want to change and if they have the ability to change. And the ability to change is wanting to change, okay? You can change clothes easily, you can change your drawers easily, okay? But to change who you are, especially if you know there's some toxic energy on you, the biggest thing is being able to take accountability for that action and to make the change. Okay, if you're not going to make the change, then what's the point? Okay, if you're complacent and you don't feel like you need to change, then hey, that's you. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to relay a message and hopefully make you a better version of yourself, help you make a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Okay, but only if you're willing to accept that. Okay, so past energy is Six of Cups with the Three of Emotions. Is it Three of Emotions? No, sorry. Three of Voices. Three of Voices, clarifying the Six of Cups. Okay? Three of Voices in this deck is Three of Swords. Okay? So, a relationship did not work out, Capricorn. Okay? With the Three of Swords, someone had you in deep sorrow, okay, in the past, okay. Either someone turned you down or you ended up breaking up with someone broke up with you, and it really hurt you because you thought you had something. Okay, we all have been there. Okay, I have so many times. I've finally gotten over it, but at the time I was in very, very deep regret, and I tried to make it work and it didn't. It just didn't work. I had to get over it and it took, a really long time. Okay, it took a really long time, and I had multiple times to get out of something that I knew wasn't working anyway. Okay, and that could be the case with you as well with this Three of Swords. Like, you knew it wasn't working, but you stuck it out because you didn't want to be alone. Okay, and some of us do that when we're in a toxic relationship and don't want to see it as toxic. We stick in it because we don't want to be alone. Okay, you are never alone. Okay, you were only standing alone in a relationship. You were really the only one sharing, or you were the only one, putting into the relationship. Okay, I had been there at one point in time, wasted 10 years of my life. Okay, and I have to take accountability for that because I could have got out at any given point in time, but I stuck it out because of love. I stuck it out because I had so much faith in it, or I saw so much potential, but there really was no potential because that person did not want to change. Okay, and I wasn't, trying to make them change. I was trying to hopefully, make them see that they had the potential to be something great, but they didn't want to. I can't do anything with that. Okay, so you have to take accountability for it. You have to accept it, and then you have to release. Okay, and that's what I did. I released and I let it go, and it was the best thing I ever did for myself because I then became my truest self. I was someone totally different in that relationship. Okay, so that being said, something happened in your past, okay, that just did not work out. Okay, and you're probably still internally struggling with it because this feels like recent past. This doesn't feel like a long time ago. Okay, and like I said, for some of you Capricorns, there's someone in your past that maybe you relied on, okay, and talked about your troubles within your relationships and stuff. If it was someone that maybe low-key had a crush on you, that's the last thing you want to do, is constantly go to someone telling them about your dating life, especially if they've expressed that they had feelings for you. Okay, it's the last thing that they want to hear, because you friend zone them into just listening to your issues. Okay, that's the last thing you want to do to somebody. Okay, so, and that's just for a few of you. That's not for all of the collective, but a small few. Okay, but primarily something in your past did not work out. Okay, next we have the Knight of Swords being clarified by the Two of Cups. Okay, Two of Cups and the Knight of Swords. I feel as though, like I said, this person is going to talk to you, or there is going to be some kind of, one-on-one conversation. But again, with this, right now, I'm looking at this connection here. This Knight of Swords, looking at this Two of Swords with the Two of Cups right here. It's not in there. Person is not interested. Okay, they don't want to take it any further than what it already is. Okay, and you're going to have to accept that. Okay, you cannot force something if someone does not want it. Okay, so let's clarify this Two of Swords. At the bottom of the deck of the Muse is the Four of Inspiration, which is the Four of Wands. Okay, Four of Wands is usually the 1111 card in Tarot, and it usually talks about union and relationship. As you see, there are four people here, okay, sitting in like a circle, okay, on the Four of Inspiration. But Two of Swords is clarifying it, okay. So no, it's a no-go, okay. It's a no-go. Princess of Wands at the bottom, up underneath the Two of Swords, okay. And like I said, this person, and you have the Ace of Emotions at the bottom, okay. This person knows your history, okay, your dating history, okay, and it's been very player-like. Maybe, you've relinquished just a little bit too much information about your dating life. And so that is possibly one of the things that will turn them off if you have a conversation with them, okay? They are also entitled to having their own standards of their counterpart, of what they want their counterpart to be. If you do not match that characteristic, you cannot try to become that for them, okay? It's just not going to work that way, because they're then going to think that you're just doing it to entice them, okay? So, move at your own will, as we all have free will. But I would tread very lightly with this conversation if you're thinking about having a conversation with this person about moving your friendship into something else, Capricorns, because I do not see them. They'll be, mature about it. They won't hurt your feelings or anything like that, but it is going to cut you a little bit because of the fact that you want them to want you. Okay, and because you want it so bad, this is your heart's desire reading, okay, it's going to hurt to get rejected, okay, and they're willing to be your friend but not a relationship, okay, and that's based off of your past, okay. So with that being said, we have Simply Love at the bottom of the deck for you guys, okay. Simply Love, I feel, is they will have love for you as a friend platonically, okay. Enjoy the relationship or friendship as it is now, instead of trying to make it something more, okay. like I said before, it is best for you to try to heal yourself first before getting into something else, okay? Because you will sit up here, if it's not this person, it will be somebody else, okay? That you will pass on, your insecurities, your traumas to, okay? And so enjoy the history that you have with this person, enjoy the friendship that you have with this person, nurture that, and try to be just that for now, okay? If you need some comforting words, or if you need the truth with with all this sword energy here, you need truth, you need honesty, you need enlightenment, you need awareness, okay? And they can provide that to you, okay? And just because someone knows you, doesn't mean that they're always meant for you all the time, okay? Maybe they're meant to be there for you in that position that they're currently in as a friend, okay? But you have to be able to accept that for what it is and not try to make it more. If it's meant to be more, it will be more at the right time. And the right time will be when you heal, okay? So, that being said, let's read the passage here, 2639 in your reading. Keywords here is innocence, nostalgia, kindness, and children, okay? Also want to let you know this is on page 107, equaling out to 8, talking about balancing yourself out, okay? Needing to find balance, okay? People often finally remember the innocence of youth as a time when life seems simpler. This card is a call to action to bring that innocence and energy into the present and into your relationships. As much as you can, interact with others from a pure and open heart, full of love and free of ulterior motives. Okay, Capricorn? Please pay attention to that, okay? Free of ulterior motives. Do this and you'll find that your relationships will deepen and require far less effort. When you reminisce about your past, bring back only the happy memories and cherish them. Kindness and generosity are at the forefront when this card appears. Look for ways to help family and friends, especially children. Reach out to them and assist them in any way you can. Sometimes just a bit of attention is all that someone needs. When kindness prevails, relationships flourish. And if you're hoping to become pregnant or adopt a child, this card is a positive sign, okay? I don't really feel that for anybody right now, although COVID has been baby popping for the last 2 years. But that's none of my business, okay? But nonetheless, okay, Capricorns, you guys obviously are going to be super extended as well. I guess you guys are lucky this week, as I will be off for the next 2 weeks for the rest of the month, okay? But I need you to also pay attention to what this line said, and sometimes just a bit of attention is all someone needs, okay? For once, Capricorn, focus on someone else other than yourself, what you need, okay? Focus on what someone else needs, okay? Like it said, check with your friends, those that have pure heart and pure innocence about them, such as children. You may have nieces or nephews, or cousins, that you can possibly, kind of distract yourself with positive energy around you, so that way you can kind of get away from those internal conflicts. Maybe a reminder of, a simpler time where, you're not so much focused on how to fix yourself. Sometimes healing and fixing yourself is being around other people to remind you who you are as a person, Okay, you may have messed around and got lost. Like I said, in reference to my example, you got lost in who you used to be because you've been trying to be something else for someone, okay, that you weren't. All right, we've all been there. Okay, but the point of the matter is finally becoming who you're supposed to be, or being able to be yourself with someone. Okay, so that being said, let's get into the power of surrender and see what your final message is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we have surrender to stubbornness. Surrender to stubbornness. Okay, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Okay? If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Primarily yourself. Okay? Again, it's all about focusing on what you need to work on and heal from on the inside, Capricorns, okay? So that way you can communicate from a loving space to yourself and to others, okay? So with that being said, Capricorns, that is really all that I have for you guys today. We have 2 more readings to do this week. So until then, peace.